So I signed on late this morning because I might have been thinking about this idea before I went live. Like I had this in my deck editor, and I was like thinking about it, and I was like, is this actually just better than playing? Is this actually better than just playing Black White Angels? I'm not sure that it is. It's tough because like it's awkward to like splash Rekindling Phoenix in a deck like this because Rekindling Phoenix is red. So I feel like if I'm gonna play Rekindling Phoenix, I probably don't want to play History, because like playing a white card on 3 requires a lot more white sources than playing like a white card on 5, for instance. This core of threats at the top end here doesn't seem unreasonable. Tithe Taker and Tocatli are both like quality Magic the Gathering cards. Lava Coil and Mortify are both fantastic removal. Is it shout out random cards? Sorry, the daycare is closed today, so Grandma is hanging out with the kids upstairs, and she had a quick question. All right, no, so I think right now the way the format is, I'd rather have Tocatli in my main deck, and I think if I want a Danto, I would put it in the sideboard. Yeah, I think, someone said treasure map. Map does not seem unreasonable. It, like, helps fix our mana and it generates some card advantage. Helps hit land drops consistently. Like, this is probably a 25 land deck. I haven't built the mana yet. We're building a deck. This is the arena has auto-populated stuff. So, like, then I have to decide, as far as, like, other things are considered, do I want, like, a Danto? Do I want, Orzhov Enforcer's a very reasonable card as well. I could just play 12 2-drops. I could just play 12 2-drops is probably not unreasonable. Like, that's probably fine. I mean, your plan against Krasis decks is for Tocatli Honor Guard. And then, like, a bunch of flying creatures that they have to answer. I don't think I want to, like, the problem with casting Rekindling Phoenix consistently and casting History of Benalia consistently is tough. Clarion in the 75 is probably not terrible, so it's probably like Clarion or Adanto. I probably don't have room for both. Clarion's pretty good, I agree. Let's put a few of these in the board. Clarion, my wayward son, there'll be peace when you are gone. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. I think map's better than theater, so I've got room for one more spell in here. Yeah, 4th Clarion on the board's probably smart. Alright. Alright, so I want max Sacred Foundries. I want max Blood Crypts. Put like 1 Godless Shrine in here. I want max Clifftops, because red and white are like my 2 base colors. So when you're thinking about a deck like this, and I'm building mana, generally speaking, your 3-color decks are base 2 colors, splash a 3rd. So if you look at this deck is base, red, white, with a small black splash here. So, Adanto and Orzhov Enforcer do functionally different things. So the Adantos in the sideboard are here for the control and the Nexus matchup, so we can have a cheap threat that applies pressure to the opponent. Don't you want the 1/2 Death Toucher with Afterlife? I don't think so. I think I'd rather have this because it's better against control. I think especially with Clarion, I'm probably okay against aggro with like Lyra at the top end. I don't think it really is a very good Magic card. This is 14. Probably want dragon. I want at least 16 red in here. I really miss having the totals at the top of each of the columns. It made building decks in this deck editor much easier. Nine, 16, that's a lot of white. And how much black am I on? Not a lot. 6, 10. I probably want about 12 black sources. What's that? Isolated. We're not really a base white deck. This is not arena support. Please take your questions regarding Magic Arena to an official arena forum. Please and thank you. So many white mana. This is 16 white. And how many black sources? This is 6, 12. So this is 16 white, 16 red, 12 black. 17 should be the floor for history. Ideally, you want 18 for history. So if I wanted to play history in this deck, I would need to add 2 more white sources, which would require playing more dual lands than I already have at the moment. And then I have to find something in the main deck that I want to cut. Like, what do I really want to cut? So here's the thing a lot of people don't understand about Deafening Clarion. Did you know this card has 2 modes, and both the modes are good against aggro? So if you have Deafening Clarion in your hand, and this card, your deal 3 damage is going to kill too many of your creatures, you can just give lifelink and then attack with your creatures with lifelink, and you're still ahead against aggro. We could clear out Clarion, though. That would be probably what has to go if we wanted to play History of Benalia. No, I want all 8 of these cards in my main deck. Adding 4 mana cards don't help you hit land drops, Lufty. If I have 4 mana, I can play almost every spell in my deck. So you don't add a card like Karn with the goal of it being to help you hit land drops. All right, I think I'm gonna flesh out the sideboard here. And then go ahead and run it through. An Eldest Reborn is probably fine. I have a couple of Spyglasses and an Eldest Reborn for Planeswalkers. I have 4 Duress as well, and you have Mortify for the Nexus decks also. You're probably not going to be amazing against Nexus decks with this archetype, but you probably have some play to it. We can't play black spells in this deck. There's only 12 black sources. Angrath is also fine. I do like me some Cheney boys. Warboss helps against Nexus and Control. That's true. Do we like Warboss better than Adanto? Warboss might be better than Adanto, huh? All right, let's try this. I want to rename my deck. Mardu Skies. What about Rick's Maddie over Treasure Map? It provides card selection and advantage in the late game while also being able to attack. Ooh, I really like that idea. Look at that. Let's pour one out for SJ. The constructive specific feedback. I like that idea. It's a little bit proactive too. Yeah, I have 4 copies of Lava Coil and I have a bunch of Deafening Clarion, so I think leaving Mortifies in the sideboard is fine. It's fine. It's fine, Chad. It's gonna be okay, I promise. I think it's gonna be okay. At the very least, this deck has all standard playable Magic cards in it, which is all you can really ask for. What's going on, Maddie? All playable Magic cards is all you can really ask for. It's just Mardu playable cards is basically what we've done. Sweet. Let's do it. So here's the thing that a lot of people miss, Chalky. You're saying I have too many 2-drops and you want to increase the curve so you can curve out more. You curve out by playing a 2-mana spell on turn 3 and playing a tap land. Like, I'm curving out this game. So, like, cutting 2-drops to try and curve out more, I don't think makes sense. I think it's okay to have a bunch of 2s, especially in a format where you have land that come into play tapped, even if they cost 2 life sometimes. Oh, yeah, just like we drew it up. Alright, if we lose this game, this deck's unplayable and I'm done. What more could you ask for other than just mono Phoenixes?
The wild wasn't meant to become to me.
Phoenix and Seraph are the two best flying threats in the format against Vivian Reed.
Scars are lessons written in skin.
You're so emo, Vivian. Scars are lessons written in skin. Assassin's Trophy played it all in Standard. Not really. A lot of the matches where you want Assassin's Trophy, those decks can leverage you having extra mana pretty easily, which makes them less than stellar. That's pretty unfortunate here. Hostage Taker's real brutal.
I'll be back, just like before.
I'd encourage you to watch the set of games we just played with Jaya. Actually, I uploaded them to the Stream Decker. You can find we just got done playing Blue Red Jaya. Four 3 flying creatures for 4 dot deck. Yeah, I don't think Hostage Taker is that big of a deal. Alright, so they're dead to a removal spell here. They're dead to Mortify. Top Phoenix. All right, that's pretty good. Tocatli turns off Wild Growth Walker here. Also turns off Hostage Taker and Ravenous Chupacabra. They have another finality, we're in trouble. It says it on the left side too. It says it in the description. I mean, if they have another crisis here, we're actually in trouble, so another crisis, another finality are both real bad news for us. That's not great for us either. I mean, to be fair, I don't know if I'd constitute this as a strictly nutty draw. Like, our curve was good, but like, if we'd have had Tocatli on our guard over the other thing, our curve would have been better. So I don't think this was our best possible curve in this matchup by any means. And like, we've had what, 2 or 3 turns here where like drawing Mortify off the top would have won the game on the spot. We're still sitting here playing Magic. Hellkite's lethal. Yeah. Bunch of lethal hits at this point. Alright, that's Vivian Reed. Are we shooting a 1-1? If not, we're digging for Krasis. Oh, look at that. A 2-1 for 3. That's exciting. Ooh, look, we have a 2-2 for 2. We have a 2-2 for 2. It's fine. It's fine. It doesn't matter. The anti-synergy is fine. I deserve this. To be fair, treasure map would also not be good here. In Rick's Maddie Reveler's defense, treasure map would also not be good here. Oh no. Oh no.
Feel the wrath of Scala.
Rather than berate, I'm just gonna like mouse over the card that has relevant text. Rather than berate. Rogsby, thank you for the Twitch Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. Now, if I am playing a white mid-range deck in this format, it's starting with 4 Tocatli Honor Guards in the main deck. I think if you are registering a mid-range white deck in this format and there are not 4 Tocatli Honor Guards in your main deck, your deck is built incorrectly right now. Is it possible for green decks to not have L's on 1? No. Always have it on 1. So, here's the thing. 1, DJ Kittner, you have no idea how much of the metagame the Sultai deck is, because all Magic data is biased and incomplete in very terrible ways. Second, is that the reason why Tocatli Honor Guard is good is because it's good against more than just Sultai. Tocatli Honor Guard is also good against White Weenie because it's just a 1/3 for 2. It's good against red aggro because it turns off Chain Whirler, Vanisho Pyromancer, in addition to blocking in a meaningful way. So it does a lot in a lot of different matchups. Man, the addition of Hostage Taker to the Sultai deck, to the green-black deck, is just so brutal. The Hostage Takers are just so backbreaking. I think we're dead here, right? Mobile is always 5 to 10 seconds delayed. That's just part of mobile. All right. Well, that was not great. Take two. What do we want to do here? Take two. Listen, anyone who's cast Lyra against Sultai understands what's about to happen. You cast your Lyra against Sultai and then they untap and they play Vivian Reed and they down tick after spitting in your face. Lyra is like comically bad against Sultai. Hey, treasure map feels good. It's exciting. I don't think Aurelia is very good in this format, and I think Seraph of the Scales is phenomenal. The reason why I say that is because Seraph of the Scales is a card that's very good against Vivian as far as flying creatures go, because if they play Vivian and down tick on Seraph, she leaves 2 1/1 flyers behind, which then kill their Vivian. This card also trades profitably in like the blue matchup because it's able to trade with all their flying creatures. It even has death touch if their flying creatures are larger. Well, I was gonna stop on my upkeep, but then we drew Mortify anyway, so God bless, I guess. Seraph is very good. The reason why we built this deck is because I think Seraph and Rekindling Phoenix are both reasonable cards right now. If they play something at my end of turn, I'm gonna Mortify. Our mana base does not support casting the card Bedevil. It's not a castable magic card with the mana base that we have in front of us. Our deck is base red-white with a black splash. Fair. Not looking for more beaters. Looking for like another Mortify at this point. This puts them dead on board, right? Puts them to 9. And I've got 10 in play. Exile effects. Indestructible does not protect against exile effects or minus. Alright, do I get another turn? Hey, Pekin, thanks for the 15 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. The worst part about having treasure tokens in play is I can't just auto pass. Look at that. Sideboarding was almost like we had a plan. We cut all the bad cards. We brought in a bunch of good cards. That's good. Spyglass names Azcanta. I know my opponent killed us with Nibbiz at that game, but a lot of the time they combo off with Azcanta. I am shuffling cards. Protected by none other than my BCW Elite 2 sleeves. They are wonderful. Oh no, I dropped a card. Auto pass still makes you click things. Auto pass is functionally useless in this application. What's going on, Docs? Yeah, we're spoiling the new magic color here. Yeah, they got a little pink and purple going on. Hope you're having a good Monday. We're looking for a disruption at this point. I have 2 flyers. Let's just go ahead and bottom that. I think the discard's valuable. I also think being able to randomly like steal a Crisis is potentially valuable. So do I Duress now? I think I just Duress plus map now. Hopefully they expansion this back at me. That would be funny. Read. Can we just take Growth Spiral? I guess it doesn't really matter because they just have Nexus in their hand already with this out. I really wish they had an option to press a hotkey that was similar to F6 on Magic Online though. Renegade Shep, thanks for the Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, their Nexus isn't doing much right now, right? Looking for Mortify at this point. Alright, I'm gonna play this before the Rekindling Phoenix just because this snowballs the longer it's in play. And by longer it's in play, I mean we're probably not getting another turn. Yeah, we have 4 anti-enchantment cards in our deck, Time Lord. We played 4 copies of Mortify. And 4 of them in the main deck. How would I rate my skill level as a Magic player? B to B+. What's the shuffling message I just did? That is a riffle and a bridge. Riffle and a bridge. Whoop. Hey, look, we have something we can do while they vigorously go through their deck, chat. Whee! Oh, yeah. Just hit us for 10. This is totally winnable. Good time to show. Alright, new rule, mods. Right or wrong, anybody defending Nexus of Fate, just feel free to time them out. Am I off it? I think I'm off what we're doing here. I think Sadness is gonna go on the stack. And, I think I'm gonna be done. If I'm gonna play something similar to this, I think it's probably just Black-White Angels close to what's on my website. Splashing these cards in doesn't seem worthwhile. Rather keep cards like History Finale in my deck and have better mana, so that way we can be kind of aggressive on occasion. The Purge has begun. All right, Mardu Hero. Let's do one more before we wrap things up today, shall we? Oh no. Oh no, there's two Mardu Hero decks in my thing. Are they the same? They are the same. Okay, weird. Got it. Probably not long, Maddie. Let's fix any obvious glaring issues with Tantrum tries hard. Thanks for the 8-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. This is 12, 15. That's probably fine. How many white sources are we at? 16. Not having 4 heroic reinforcements in this deck is criminal. I'm gonna cut these 2 Aurelias. Yeah, the other ones that were in the title will stay in my deck queue, and they will likely be at the top for tomorrow, but it depends on what other people bumped up. I just did 12 hours